Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Reviewcade. I am Nick alongside
Andrew.
and this is the official relaunch of Reviewcade. We're going to be changing some things up, and we're going to be basically review focused. As you can see, we're playing Ori and the Blind Forest. And yeah, man, I've never played this. I know you've played it, of course, when we're playing on your Xbox. So of course, you've played this.
Yep.
And the way you've described this to me is a very
Flowy but difficult Metroidvania.
yes.
I will say I think that this is it's just a very magical game. Like, you know, it's one of those you play and you're like, I'll never forget playing this game. I genuinely love this game, but I also think that this is a great place for us to start with reviews because it definitely has some aspects to it that are may pose difficulty for our review. So I think it's a good starter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And again, I like games where like either one or none of us have played it. And so yeah, it's, you know, as we said in our video leading up to this episode, so basically we're going to spend the whole month of September playing one game a month. So this month for September we're going to be playing Ori, and we're going to be having 2 episodes a week. We're going to be playing the game itself, and then at the end of the month, the last episode of each month, we're going to do our full-on review. What we liked, what we didn't like, how accessible is the game. You know, I was checking out the controls, as you can see a little bit earlier on, and said, okay, what do I do? But also maybe how accessible is this game? So we'll talk more about that as, you know, we get to that episode. And so I can already tell just from the sound design. I have headphones on, by the way, because if we did this the other way, it would bleed into the actual recording.
And Nick needs to hear this game because it's absolutely beautiful.
Already I can tell it's just very, you know, detailed and beautiful, and just the controls.
And this is the non-HD remake version.
Really?
Yeah. Remember I was telling you about how this and the new The Will of the Wisps are going to be getting a it's like 120 frames per second remaster for the new Xbox. Yeah. it's going to be pretty intense. And this already just visually it's so stunning because this is running at 60 frames, but imagine 120, how more
fluid
crisp it would be. So there you are.
There I am.
There's little Nicholas, little Ori. Yay! I mean, there's some pretty straightforward things, but as you progress, your mechanics become much more
just
difficult.
walking out, man. I can just, like, the music. It's just joyous.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
such a vibrant.
Oh, I'm in for a fun time. You know, it's like when you watch Lord of the Rings for the first time. You're like, oh, you know,
there's some magic to this game, definitely.
Definitely, some magic.
You get to ride your big old friend.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? Did you ever hear of a book called Freak the Mighty?
Yes.
So if you don't know, Freak the Mighty basically is a book that was like released, like, I think in the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. I'm not sure the exact year, but I read it when I was in 8th grade. And the cover is of a boy who has crutches, and he's on the shoulders of this, you know, giant big kid. So that's what it reminds me of. God damn, this is wholesome.
I know.
Like, they're building a bridge together. They just met each other, like,
because they want to get fruit.
Oh my god. So when it comes to platforming, like, what are some things that you look for in a good platformer?
I mean, personally, and I think this game does a pretty good job of it, the accuracy of which you can land on things, like, there really has to be it has to be crisp and clean with regards to, like, oh yeah, I definitely could have landed on that. Right. You know what I mean?
Like we were playing Aladdin and we were missing platforms, or like we were literally going through the platforms.
Going through things, yeah. This I feel like this game has a very clear and crisp thing. I think that platforming worlds, the backgrounds, especially in this game, are absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that just because it's a side-scroller doesn't mean that you can't have an incredibly beautiful world.
Well, and I think that's the problem a lot of side-scrollers fall into, is that they're very, like, even if they're very Metroid-like or whatever, it's just, it feels like you're seeing the same thing over and over again, and it can be very, especially if a game has darker levels, everything could look the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just it's nice to play a side scroller that has that detail and just the type of level design where it's like, oh, everything just feels nice. It's like when a game I really want us to play together is Unravel 2 or Unravel. I have both of them.
Okay.
And it's kind of like that. It's a side scroller, but it's more of a puzzle type game. But it's really, really fun. I want to play Unravel 2 actually because it's a co-op. And so, yeah, it's just really, really interesting how you have to like use two people to play. And yeah, so it'd be really, really interesting to play. It's kind of the same thing where it's like it's a side scroller, but like the background is just so elegant and beautiful, and you pay attention, and the soundtrack's really, really nice.
I think what really, like, I think about a game like Limbo, for example.
Yes,
it's a great example of difficult platforming, or Hollow Knight. Like I think it does an incredible job of, especially this game, of having its own very specific art style, but still keeping and using that art style in a way that feels natural to, like, oh yeah, I should be able to jump on those things. Like, oh that you know, that extra, that new height that I can jump to, it is feasible for me to do so. And if it's not feasible for me, what are the things that I can utilize to get to those heights? And I feel like that's what differentiates a good platformer from a bad platformer. Also, speed. The speed at which things can be executed.
Right.
You know, it's very difficult to have a slow platformer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And if you feel slowed down by a platformer, that's not a good sign.
No. And the thing about, like, I'm not sure the name of the other character, not Ori, but the other character. When you play as him, or it, I should say, you know, it's a very hefty, kind of heavy, giant character, and so it feels like that. But it's not like, oh, I'm slowed down. It's like, no, I'm playing a giant character. I just don't. It's like when you play Super Mario 2. Super Mario 2, when you play that, each character is styled differently. Or like when you play Doki, because it's based off of Doki Doki Panic. So like Doki Doki Panic, you play as one character, and you can go really, really fast, or you can jump high. But if you play as the father character is really strong, but the father character is also not the fastest. So it's like each character has a certain thing they bring to the game.
Well, and also how responsive the character model is.
Yes.
And how I think how they tell a story. This game tells a really beautiful story.
Yes.
And I mean, as you can already tell, there's already some emotions. They do an excellent job.
The music
of
does a really
simple.
good job
Yeah.
of showing off that emotion. And going back to the backgrounds we were saying earlier, you know, when you have a game like this, the backgrounds, like the character leaning up against the stone. Oh god, it's gonna be literally Lion King Mufasa, Dad, you gotta get up vibes. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like, oh, okay. I'm okay. Wow. We're gonna talk about a gut punch early on. My god.
You haven't even gotten out of the first area.
Dude, I think of all the games I've ever played, it's probably given me the fastest gut punch in a game.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I'm telling you, man, this is a game that'll stay with you for a very long time. There's a reason it's still in my library. Like, it stayed with me for a very long time. It's a very special game, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh my god. And what's great is, like, you know, the cutscenes kind of do a good job, like, mixing. Like, the story does a good job of mixing with, like, what's going on, and oh my god. Oh, you can do this, Ori. You're so strong. Oh my lord. I just want to... You're just looking at the character just like, I want to hug it.
I just want to give you a hug, man.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even portraying this for the show, man. This is some heavy shit. Like, I am feeling some, like, emotion in my heart right now.
Well, and, like, you wouldn't just run through that. You would, you know.
Wait, it would be awkward. I think it would be really, really awkward if it, you know, you have that scene where like, the character's like leaning against the wall and is like basically dead, and then you're just like frolicking through a darkened world, and God, it is
Like, you can feel the anguish in the movement.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing about this that I really, really like, is you can just feel the pain. Again, moving forward, it's very, very slow. Like, I'm putting all my might into the stick.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
The character's fighting against it.
it is
interactive.
Really, really interactive and just really, really good. And fuck, this is really good. This is just... Oh my God. I mean, good Lord. Oh my God.
You weren't expecting this, were you?
No. No.
We go from Doom and Sonic to sad side scroller.
Was it that meme where like he wasn't ready?
Yeah.
That I was not ready.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord in heaven.
You have started your journey.
Oh,
You've
good.
completed the prologue.
Oh, good. The game has an autosave feature.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important. Okay, so I can't
You now
do that.
have 3 lives left.
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, here. This has a very Hollow Knight feel because it has like, it's not like a straight side scroller where most older side scrollers, if you go so far, you can't.
Like run back for a second.
Yeah.
Look at how the world acts when you run through those flowers. Like, everything moves, everything has its own, like, life and breath in it, and that's something that really, I think, that the environment reacts to you, I think is what makes this very special.
Oh, yeah, and the controls feel very responsive. You're right, the controls, as of right now, they feel very responsive. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, spiky things are bad.
Okay, I gotta jump from that to that. But as I was saying with the side scrollers, if you play like an older side scroller, you get to a certain point, you can't go back. You can't go backwards. With this, I like that you can like kind of go back and discover different paths. And fuck, I gotta get speed in order to really get those things, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. No. Okay, so pretty much the only thing I can do is run and jump as of right now.
Try to jump over it.
Ah. And I still run into shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I got it now. Nope. Okay. What is that? Okay. So I can't go there with that spiky stuff. Oh, how did I do that? Oh, I just...
Move back, yeah.
No!
Wow. It also, I will say, Ori is not a forgiving game.
No.
Outside of, like... I mean, there are certain things that are definitely forgiving, but as you play this game, dude, you're going to be running into some levels that are just like, how am I supposed to get the timing right on this fucking...
Right.
And, like, it rewards you for like, I think, one... and this is another thing on platformers. It rewards you for exploration. It rewards you... like, there's no lives in this game. You only have a certain number of hit points that you can take before you go back to your last checkpoint.
Right. Like, I know, like, there's that little circle thing, so that little opening there, so part of me is like, oh, I can probably go in there and grab that mushroom or whatever that is in there. But yeah, like, I love games like that. I like games that make you, as you said, like, you have to explore, and, ooh, almost had it.
Yeah. But you see, like, it's totally possible to get to that ledge if you just have enough speed to get there.
It's like, okay, so this thing's swinging, so I need momentum, so, like...
Oh!
Yeah. It's momentum-based, which I like. It's not straight up, and that's the thing I noticed, too. Like, okay, I jumped on that, so I probably should have waited till it swung, So you have to get this thing swinging.
How could you get it to swing? Try pushing it from like one end down like below it. You know what I mean?
Down below it.
Like go below it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
And, like, push it.
Like it's a swing,
So,
like a swing
yeah.
set. Oh.
Oh, never mind. I guess
Yeah.
you have to be on top of it, but you can get it to swing.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
that's another thing that's fun about this game is
Gosh.
troubleshoot. if something is not immediately
Well, go ahead.
it rewards you for
Oh, I should have waited.
it rewards you for trying things.
Right.
And if you fail, you just go back to kind of that initial area.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, I like games that make you think. Like, you know, I do like my share of platformers like Mario. It's just very straightforward, and Sonic it's very straightforward. But there's something about games that make you think. That are platformers. Like, they're simple, but they're also like, you gotta think, okay, troubleshoot. You have to theorize, how can I get from one point A to point B?
I think you can also just run off of that like upper area onto the platform, so you could gain speed up here, right?
So go up here,
Just run straight, and then jump right at the edge.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gosh, man.
Another thing you can try is go down there,
Down here, yep.
and remember you can go down.
Oh, I go
through
through platforms.
But don't forget to capture that that little orb
Light
thing, because
orb.
it'll when they fill up, you can gain ability points that you'll be able to spend later.
Oh,
so you
cool.
want to get those 100%.
Huh. Interesting. Oop. Well, I can't do that.
So, essentially, the world has kind of been... I mean, you saw the world as it was before something happened, right?
Yeah, it was bright.
So the
then...
world is kind of poisoned.
Ah.
You have to pick up the thing again.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, 'cause it doesn't save. It's not one of those things where it saves your progress. You have to keep doing it over and over until it auto-saves. Okay. Okay.
So the world has been poisoned, and you have to be careful because water is poisoned. There are those evil
Nice.
life shards give you the Heelys.
The thorns have grown.
The thorns have grown, and now you found an energy cell to create a soul link. So now,
that's cool.
Once you have an energy cell, you can save wherever you want to save.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So you want to like save those before you do boss fights and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like this.
Oh.
Spirit light. There's one more.
Oh. So I think bosses have like extra spirit lights.
Well, certain monsters have
Oh.
extra spirit light.
Dude, the sound is just so fantastical and like wonder-like.
Right?
It's beautiful. I am saying, spirit tree. Oh. Oh, it's. Oh, dude, this is cool.
Don't forget to protect or get your spirit lights.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
Then you can get upgrades.
Need these. Oh, dude. And then I think it's the world map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is really, really interesting. So we have the world map.
Don't forget to pick up all the spirits, because the spirit
yes.
stuff allows you to upgrade entirely. I think you can go to your menu as well.
Okay, this is a map.
So that's the map so far, but you're trying to get up there, right?
Oh,
so same
okay.
thing like a Metroidvania game,
Where-
you can see where stuff is, but
Yeah.
now you have to figure out how to get up there.
I can see where stuff is, but also, as you see, 17% has been completed.
Mhm.
So I'm interested to see where filling out the map. I think in games, filling out a map is really, really cool. Like Ghost of Tsushima, stuff like that. It's really, really cool. Spider-Man. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop the recording here. So as always, be sure to subscribe to Reviewcade on YouTube. Make sure you click the bell icon so you get notifications when we put up new episodes. Episodes go up every Wednesday and Sunday. And then, as always, check us out on Twitter and Instagram. We're at Reviewcade there. Then go to Facebook.com/Reviewcade and check us out there. And we post stuff like we're going to start posting more stuff. Start asking you questions, answer our questions. We'll talk about it on the show. And so go check us out, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you on Sunday.
Adios!